Alright guys, so I stumbled across this amazing exchange featuring Miss Kristan Hawkins, who is a pro-life advocate. Okay, she's the president of Students for Life, and apparently she's on a campus speaking tour in which she's taking on a whole lot of these woke leftist college students in regards to the abortion debate. And my oh my oh my, this college student right here, right, this unsuspecting individual, she really walked into a debate that she was not prepared for, and she got crushed on this subject. Okay, this video right here kind of outlines what happens when you walk into the arena with somebody like Kristan Hawkins, who is very, very, very informed on this subject. Like, that is the only thing that she does, okay, is talk about this issue. And if you come with just talking points, right, leftist talking points, she's already heard all those things, and she has her rebuttals and answers prepared, unlike this person right here. Okay, and I just found this exchange to be truly fascinating. What happens when your talking points fall apart? So yeah, before I get into this, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel and you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You can support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so, especially when it comes to some of these videos like this one right here where we're talking about abortion. It's not necessarily the most YouTube friendly, but I'm gonna do it anyways because this is an important topic to me. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
I just wanna read you this poster that I have, because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. So my poster reads, "Life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies."
What is it?
What do you mean?
If it's a potential baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus?
Is it living?
No.
How can it grow if it's not living?
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
When does the fetus become living?
What? What? You said an acorn becomes a tree. Well, I mean, I think an acorn is living as well too. Like a tree is living, but the point is that the fetus is a living human, right? It is living, okay? Just like she's living as a woman, the fetus is living, right? It grows. It has cells, organs, right? They all work together, right? That is an actual life. But see, these pro-choice people, they don't see an unborn fetus as a life. They only see it as a life once it's out the womb, okay? And I really don't understand why that is, because, you know, when a baby actually comes out, it depends. I mean, sometimes it has to come out early because the woman may have some type of health or medical condition that requires us to get the baby out a little bit earlier than it should, right? So you do understand that that baby can come out before it's actually time for it to come out. Okay, and when it comes out prematurely, it's still a baby, it's still living, right? So I think it's stupid to assume that, well, just because the baby hasn't been born yet, because it's not out of the mother's womb, that is therefore not alive. I think that is some very, very, very silly and sick logic.
Living.
That's actually a good question, but that line...
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it. Because it's living. It's living. You're fundamentally denying science to validate your opinion.
You actively deny science, ma'am.
How am I denying? What science did I deny, Darby?
So she's accusing this woman of denying science when she's the same person that just said that a fetus is not living. Okay, I think she also said that an acorn is not living as well too. I think she implied that as well too. Fetus and acorns are in fact living. Okay. I think this person needs to brush up on her science here. Again, wouldn't be surprised if this person buys into the whole gender stuff as well too. Up here talking about science.
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here.
But
you don't have to be here.
I need you to tell me what science. You just made an accusation that I denied science. What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different?
That you were born?
Oh my God, bro. See, this is what happens with, again, you just come with leftist talking points. The whole clump of sales thing is a leftist talking point that requires no thought whatsoever, right? It sounds good to people who want to be able to just have abortion on demand, right? Oh, no, it's just a clump of cells, okay? It's not a life, right? She's already said that. It's not a life. It's just a clump of cells. Well, what does that mean? Because every living thing is a clump of cells, right? Everything is a clump of cells. What are you talking about? That it doesn't actually mean anything, but she thinks that it means something because, one, again, she supports abortion on demand, and two, because that's all she heard. It sounds good to her. That's all she needs to justify her own beliefs, right? This is embarrassing.
You were born.
So you don't. What you're arguing is that anything that is not born is not valuable of life.
I did not say that.
I think you did. I think that's kind of exactly what you're saying.
It's subjective. So when does a child or fetus or clump of cells, whatever you want to call it, when does this clump of cells or fetus become living?
When it can sustain
But,
its own life.
But when is the sustainability? No, when is sustainability?
Why is she turning towards the crowd for answers, right? You're the one that's debating this woman, not the crowd. You can't phone a friend, right? You're phoning a friend? What? You can't do that, right? You should have came prepared and had these questions answered in your head before you tried to, confront this woman, right? I mean, it's... Hey, it is what it is.
21?
Phoning a friend once again.
Because how do you sustain life? Like, my newborns aren't sustainable. You can't just have a newborn and they just live on their own. Right?
Facts, right? Facts. Oh, when it becomes sustainable, what do you mean? Because again, a baby, right, whether is born or, still in the womb, their lives are not sustainable without somebody else. Okay, you still have to have the parent there keeping the baby alive, because you just leave the baby out, you just throw it in the woods, the baby's gonna die. The baby's not gonna be able to survive on his own. Okay, because again, I'm trying to figure out when exactly do they consider life to be sustainable, because what they're saying is that, well, because it's not sustainable, right, therefore it's okay to kill it. So does that mean it's okay to kill babies that were just born right out of the womb, and up until how long? Are we talking about 1, 2, 3 years old? Because again, you can still make the argument that maybe a 2-year-old, their life is not sustainable without a parent, about somebody else's help. I'm just saying, it's okay to just kill a 2-year-old because they can't sustain themselves?
Right?
Right.
They're not sustainable. They need help and assistance to survive. So is a newborn not worthy of life? Is a newborn not worthy of life?
I do have one thing to say to you. How is it that when my mom was in college 30 years ago, she was protesting the exact same thing that me and these wonderful other women and men on this side have been protesting? How is it? Why? Why are we still protesting? Why are we still having to talk about this issue? It is a basic human right.
Okay, so is it not a human right for a fetus to be born, right? To live, okay, to have a chance at life, considering how it is living? Do they not have a basic human right to life? Again, she's talking about, well, why has my mother been talking about this for 30 years? Why are we still having the same conversation? Well, because y'all don't want to let it go, right? Y'all want to continue to have these conversations, even though this situation is entirely avoidable, considering modern medicine. Okay, you got birth control, you got condoms, okay? You have all types of means to avoid having an abortion if you're just responsible, right? If you're responsible, this doesn't have to happen. If you avoid having sex, this doesn't have to happen. And I'm not even one of these people that's like, oh yeah, don't have sex. I'm not one of those people because I know what human nature, right? People gonna do it. It is what it is. But if you're gonna do it, then you gotta understand that there are consequences if you don't use protection and contraception, right? You have all the means not to put yourself in this situation, but you rather have this last resort that you want on demand that involves taking away a life because you messed up, right? You don't want to take personal responsibility. So you rather take away a life to absolve you of the fact that, hey, you made a decision to do something with your body that produced life, okay? And because you regret that, because you don't want to live with that, oh, we're going to take away somebody else's life. Yeah, this is so selfish in my opinion. Because again, you have all the opportunity in the world not to put yourself in that situation. I really don't understand people that are so pro-choice. I really don't understand. I really don't get it. Because again, you don't have to put yourself in that situation where it's even needed.
To have an abortion, to have a choice.
The reason we're still having the question is because some people don't want to accept the natural consequences of heterosexual sex and be inconvenienced by another human life and want to selfishly choose to end human life in order to have their whims met. That is why you're still arguing.
Facts. 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 That's nothing but facts. Again, at the end of the day, it does come down to selfishness, right? Considering how you do have a choice, right? You had a choice before you decided to lay down and have sex, first of all. And, you know, once you choose to do that, you chose not to use contraceptive, or you used the contraceptive incorrectly, right? I mean, you even got the day after pill. So even if the contraceptive breaks or fails, okay, you got the day after pill. All that is available to you, and you still want the last resort of taking away human life simply because you didn't do what you had to do, right? It's really silly to me. It's really silly. It absolutely blows my mind. It really does. But anyways, I found that conversation to be fascinating. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.